Girls' stories seem to have survived as classics in a way that fiction aimed at boys has not, at least not in our children's library. But here's a book that was published in 1882, Bevis, The Story of a Boy, written by Richard Jefferies. It's been described by modern readers as a cross between Lord of the Flies and Swallows and Amazons, and tells the story of Bevis and his friends who build homemade boats, homemade guns, and go sailing and fight mock battles. It's one of the books that's got a map in the front, which I always think is great, having a map. It was immensely popular, and it is mentioned in other books, and in one of the early Chalet School books, Joe Bettany is described as reading Bevis. Jefferies also wrote a book titled After London or Wild England in 1885. It was an early example of post-apocalyptic fiction, and it was much admired by William Morris. We have a copy of it here in the library. It's in with the miscellanies, actually, not in the children's library, and it looks well worth a read. We also have a book in the library which appears in other children's books, titled The Wide Wide World, written by Elizabeth Wetherell in 1850. Katie Carr is given this book as a Christmas present in What Katie Did, and in Little Women, Jo spends an afternoon reading and crying over it in the apple tree. It was an example of sentimentalist literature in which the little girl heroine, Ellen Montgomery, is separated from her mother and leads a very sad life. You can see from this illustration, the caption is, Ellen was wrought up to the last pitch of grief. Apparently she spends a lot of time crying in the course of this book. There's just one more surprise I want to show you before we finally leave the children's library. In the corner of the room here we have a door. It's a wardrobe door, and there's a lion looking down at you. And when we open the door, there's a lamp. Is it beginning to look familiar? But do we have a witch? And if you want to find her, you'll have to come in the library and look for her. So how do you find the library? You climb the spiral staircase, turn right at the gallery, go through the secret door in Ellen Harrington's room, across the Egyptian landing, past the cabinet of curiosities, up the attic stairs, and here we are. There isn't time to show you everything we have here. I haven't spoken about Roald Dahl, Jacqueline Wilson, the Twilight books, the Hunger Games, the Horrible Histories, Swallows and Amazons, and the Lone Piners. Here's the Lone Pines, Swallows and Amazons, Jacqueline Wilson, Horrible Histories. They all have huge followings, and you'll find them all here. We have many, many books here, and many that you won't have read before. If you come up and have a good look, you might find a new favourite. Happy reading.